I wanted to take a little bit of video this morning of our new mama and her baby. And this is the rejected lamb. The one that she was just bashing into the walls and would not nurse. It was the second lamb born, and she would have nothing to do with it. And so I'm going to tell you a little story today. It's a story of new motherhood, love, rejection, heartbreak. It's a long, sad story. Many of you guys watched this ewe lamb the other day. She was lambing on live stream, and she gave birth to 2 babies. And her first baby was a little boy. He was white with a little black spot, and she loved him. And then she gave birth to this second little lamb, and this is a little ewe lamb. And she would have nothing to do with her. She wouldn't let her eat. She was mashing her into the wall. She was fighting with her. Basically, if I didn't step in, this little lamb would have died. That's part of being a new mama. Sometimes they just don't understand what's going on, and the fact that she took one lamb was a good sign. So I was going to see if I could get her to take the second lamb. And one of the methods to doing that is, the first thing I tried was we went out and we held her and allowed both lambs to nurse. And I did that about every 2 to 3 hours all night long the first night, which was physically a trial for me as well as mentally a trial for me. But I did that so that the lambs would nurse. Oftentimes after a lamb nurses and they pick up more of the mother's scent from the milk going through them, they will accept the lamb or move this story to the outside. I made the executive decision to take away the prized lamb and basically force her to accept the rejected one. This mama sheep wanted to be a mama, and if I took out the one that was the beloved, she would be forced to either accept this little one or have no lamb at all. And sure enough, I took it out. I made sure that the lambs were all fed. I gave them a bottle of powdered colostrum so their bellies were full and they were all strong to start the experiment. This little lamb was left in the pen with mama, and the other lamb was brought into a safe location. I had the lamb in my bathtub with the bathroom door shut and locked, and it was in a safe location and fat and healthy, and everything was going good. So I gave the mama time, and sure enough, she cried for her other baby for a little while. She bashed this one around a few more times, but within about probably an hour, she was starting to allow this lamb to nurse, which she'd not been allowing it to do before. Within about 3 hours, she was even more bonded. Within about 6 hours, this was her baby, and she loved it. And she was, instead of sleeping with it as pushed as far away from her as possible, she was now sleeping right beside it, snuggled up to it, sniffing it, loving it, had really accepted it. At this point, our success story turns into a story of tragedy and heartache. Like I said, I had the other lamb in the house, safe, secure, in the bathroom, no problems whatsoever, healthy. I had fed it again. It was strong. Both lambs had pooed, peed. They were jumping around. They were just doing great. So I came out in the morning to check and see if this one was nursing good, again, up close and personal, get a real, good eye contact on it, and checked it out, gave the mama a little bit of grain, and then I went back inside and I was going to get the other lamb, the first lamb, the one she loved, and put it back with her so that she could have both of her lambs back. And since she'd already accepted that one, I figured, you know, it wouldn't be a problem, and she probably would accept it too, and then she would have the 2 lambs on her and everything would be fine. The problem is, while I was out in the barn, I had a family member that got up and went to the bathroom, and then they left the house, and I don't know exactly what happened or how it all happened, but somehow or another the bathroom door was left ajar. I was not in the barn for 15 minutes, but when I came back in the house, there was a dead lamb on the bathroom floor and a dog in the house. And I have 2 dogs, so I'm not sure which one got it. I have a pretty good suspicion that it was probably my dog Sage, my service dog, because he just would probably be the one. And you know, it was a quick death. The dog had gotten in there, grabbed the lamb out of the bathtub, given it a quick predator shake kill, and left it on the bathroom floor. And I mean, I saw the lamb and I was about to puke, but you know, this is just one of those freak accidents. If I had been 10 minutes later, or if I had brought the lamb with me to the barn, lamb would still be alive. I told the family members all that the lamb was where he was. Everybody believes that they did their job, and they think that the dog got in the bathroom somehow. I don't know. All I know is we now are down to 1 lamb, and this is the girl lamb, and at least she's accepted it. But you know, that's how fast things can happen on a homestead, and you know, you can do the best you can do to safeguard, and sometimes your best isn't good enough. That's all there is to it. Was I at fault too? Yes. I should have put in the lamb that I brought inside into a crate, which would have been protected from dogs no matter what. But the truth of the matter is, it was pouring down icy cold rain. The crate was in the shed. My arthritis was bothering me, and I just didn't do it. I just put it in the tub. I've kept the lambs in the tub before and not had a problem. As a matter of fact, this lamb, that's the mama, was in my bathtub for 24 hours the first day she was born because she was so weak. So if you remember, we had an issue with her mama having her, and we had to have the vet out. So it was just one of those things. Like I said, it makes me sick to my stomach, but that's the way it is. The good news is, at least this mama is totally attached to her 1 lamb, and we will have 1 lamb raised, and then, you know, next year she'll probably have another set. So, you know, I just, you know, there's successes and there's failures, and this was a failure on my part. So, just wanted to share, and you know, good news and bad news. We got to tell it all. So, thanks for watching.